Hello, hello. Good morning. Happy Sunday. If you celebrate Easter, happy Easter. If you don't and you like the whole egg thing, have fun doing the egg thing. We just did it over here. This morning, I wanted to bless you with some medicine music from my fiance, Francisco. He's a somatic educator and just incredible singer and musician, and he is going to sing for you a blessing song to start off this talk that I'm then going to go into a discussion about death and resurrection and the truth about the 5 MEO experience that might surprise you and also might bring a lot of comfort to you. So without further ado, here is Francisco with a blessing song for you. Hey babe.
Hey. Get closer to you guys.
Open your heart, open your mind to receive. Hi, Paula. Hi, everybody. Say hi if you're here. Go ahead and write in the comments hi and where you're from. Hi and where you're tuning in from. Okay, babe.
All right. So this, a little friend on me there.
Speak up because the speaker's over here.
Mm-hmm. So what came to me to sing was the Aramaic hymn Shalom Lech Miriam. Shalom Lech. You might, if any of you know a little bit of Hebrew or Arabic, Shalom is peace. Lech is upon you, but the lech in Aramaic is how you would say it to the feminine. In Arabic it would be Salamu Alaikum, and in Hebrew it would be Shalom Aleichem. But in Aramaic the feminine is addressed slightly differently. But Shalom Aleyu or Shalom Lech, and peace be with you on this day, and to you and your family. Shalom Lech Miriam aliyat طيبوت مورانامك بارأخت عاتبنيشي ومباركو فيرو تخارسك موران يشومشيهو مورد مريم امدالوخو את קיישף לופלין חתנן הטווי ראשו חבשותו תמותן אמין מורת מרים אמי הלוכו את קיישף לופלין חתנן הטווי ראשו חבשותו Tmautan Amin.
Complete?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Amin.
Amen. Aho. Ashe. So I hope that bless you all. That which is very informative for me in my work. So yeah, that was Francisco Aviles. You're welcome to follow him on his music page. And so let me know that you can hear me. Hi Paula, hi Arun, hi Bruce. Thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to chime in and comment when you hear something that resonates for you. So let me know that you can hear me okay. I don't know if the speaker's covered where I'm sitting. So I want to talk about death and resurrection. Depth and weight of Jesus on this day, Jesus dying and being resurrected. I'm not going to go deep into Jesus or Christian mythology or even the mysticism of it, but I do want to embrace and talk about death and resurrection as it's such a big part of the 5 MEO experience. But just to preface, Death and resurrection is happening all the time, all the time. How many of you have felt that you have died to an older version of yourself, went through this gnarly initiation, this gnarly breakdown, and then broke through and was resurrected with a new hope, new state of consciousness, new values, new aspirations, new motivation, and you then stepped into a new version of yourself. So it's happening all the time. On a deeper level, in a much stronger level, it's happening through near-death experiences. It's happening through people's actual physical death. It's happening when babies are born. Yes, Paula says yes, many times over, rebirth. Me too, like maybe 200 times. I think mine's a little bit of an interesting case, but that being said, I'm very familiar with this dying process. So when I stepped into the work with 5-MeO DMT, and what was being asked of me was to surrender and lay down my life, well, I had already done that on a hospital surgical table, being kidnapped, being held hostage, like all these times that I've had to lay down my life and surrender all attachment, all ideas, all power, and just surrender to be reborn, to be saved in some metaphorical way. So it was already a muscle I had been exercising, and that's what we're talking about here. When you say yes to the 5-MeO experience, you are essentially saying, yes, I'm willing to face my perceived mortality. Like, what? Yes, I am willing to face my perceived mortality. I am willing to lay down my swords, lay down my life, not physically. You're not asking you to die, but you may perceive that you are dying and that you die. And so that's, that's why we don't just offer, people are not invited to step into this work who don't understand that may be asked of them, that may be required for them to be reborn into a new version of themselves so that they may live freer. Not everybody's called to live freer. Not everybody's called to peer into the deep mysteries of reality. No, not everybody's consciousness or body can handle that. And sometimes we think we can and we just don't know. And so we're dealing with a very, very sacred, treasured, prized process here that we are all doing all the time in little and medium-sized ways. But the 5-MeO experience is asking you to do it in the ultimate way. Now, that being said, I'm going to rest that case right there, because the second thing that I really want to talk about is that it is not a guarantee with this work. It's not a guarantee with this style of meditation, and it's also not the goal. It's just something that may come up. It's something that may present. It has the potential. The potential is there. And so, although the potential is there, I think many people are misled into thinking that that's what they're going to receive. No, they're not. So if you're someone who has had the 5-MeO experience and you did not receive an ego death, or you did not succeed at surrendering to it, no worries. No worries at all, because that is not the point. It is a potential. It's not the point. There are so many layers to the work involved with this medicine that are so rich and so necessary and so vital, that to talk about this sacrament from the perspective that, oh, it's an ego death, like, oh, you become one with God. No, that leaves a lot of people feeling that they have been left out, or they've missed out, or they did it wrong. And I want you to know that you did not do it wrong. If you did not have an ego death, hi, Lisa, I love my Lisa. Lisa, say hi and where you're tuning in from. If you had this experience and you did not have an ego death, or you struggled, or other things presented, it's perfect. I want to tell you that it's perfect, because that not everybody has the ego death. And for some people, there's many layers to unravel before that potential is presented, that gift is offered to you. You may never, ever need that for your evolution. And some of us need it like our life depends on it. Some of us who are stuck in trauma or curses or familial patterns need to die to the old self, to be reborn and awakened into what you're here to do, into the truth of your divinity, into the truth of your worthiness, into the truth of what you're capable of imprinting on this earth in this life right here, right now. Some people need that, right? And some people don't. And so it's all okay. No matter what experience you had or will have, know that there's a variation. There's a huge variation. Ooh, I love you, Lisa. There's a huge variation to what is possible here. There are ways to work with this medicine that you are staying full conscious. You're staying full conscious, and you can align the power of your intention and ask a question. You can take the medicine to offer to the land and heal the land of a place where there has been damage or turmoil or war. You can take the medicine for someone who has died and ask to commune with their spirit. There's no ego death involved in that. No, and it's sacred. It's vital. I almost feel like it should be a secret, but it shouldn't, because we're all worthy. We all deserve to know what tools are available to us. And so I want you, if you feel comfortable, to comment in the comments and share with us, did you have an ego death or did you not? Or were you presented with the ego death and you struggled to surrender to it? Let us know in the comments so people reading this and watching this in the future know they're not alone. Know that there's a variety of experiences to be had with the sacrament of 5-MeO DMT. And so here's the other thing. So like I said, there's many layers to work with this medicine. You can work in partners. You can heal relationships. You can decide and be very clear that you need to separate from your partner, but in a loving and beautiful way, because the medicine has helped you peer into their soul and them into yours, and the truth is revealed, right? Also, there's just so many things we don't know about the medicine because it's so new, and the medicine is still learning us. The medicine is growing its intention and weaving its intention with our collective intention, right? So you may take the medicine and think that you have, it's going to do this ego death thing for you, but maybe you're taking it for your mother and the incest and the trauma that your mother has experienced. Maybe you're doing it for her. In my experience, I took the medicine maybe my fourth or fifth time, and I was faced with experiencing my mother's childhood trauma of incest, and I had to feel in my bones what it felt like to be her, an innocent child, and to know her divinity, to feel her humanity in my bones, and to know her divinity, to then awaken to her divinity is in me. Her pain is in me. I am her, and she is me. How dare I ever speak to her or look at her with any dishonor, with any disrespect? And yeah, she made a lot of mistakes when I was a child. There was some physical and emotional abuse. But because of my experience with 5-MeO, experiencing her visceral trauma in her body, the aching of her soul, and the divinity of her birthright, I was able to heal and to forgive, and now I treat my mom with a lot of respect and a lot of love, and that was a gift of the medicine. See, there was no ego death involved in that. I didn't die. I had a very extreme experience, but I did not die, and that medicine experience changed the trajectory of my familial lineage. Of course, combined with all the other self-work that I do and have done, and my conscious daily choice to treat my daughter differently. You see? So Arun says, I haven't experienced an ego death, and I don't need to be in search of it as well. Toad made that clear. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah, so different information is going to be blessed to us, and it's all good. It's all sacred. And so I just wanted to share that message that this medicine does not equal ego death and resurrection. It does equal a shift. It does equal, a blessing, a powerful initiation, a powerful tool, but if it does not equal ego death, not everybody's going to have that. And so don't be attached to that idea. Be open, be curious, and allow yourself to have your daily deaths and resurrections to the new version of yourself, seeing what doesn't work and being willing to lay down your swords. And so I'd love to hear from you. I trust that this was helpful. If you know anyone that needs to hear this message, invite them into the group and tag them in this video. And other than that, enjoy your beautiful Sunday. The sun is shining. If you're on the other side of the world, it might be Monday. Either way, I love you. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. Namaste.